Because life is hard, everyone needs help now and then, even lawyers and judges who are trained to never show weakness. This adversarial judicial system, with its pressures and isolation, coupled with the trials of everyday life, can take a serious human toll on legal professionals and those close to them, ranging from stress and anxiety to depression and addictions. In that spirit, the State Bar of Wisconsin created the Wisconsin Lawyers Assistance Program in 1995. Called WisLAP for short, the program provides free, confidential assistance to lawyers, judges, law students, and their families to help them cope with problems related to stress and challenges legal professionals experience.
My name is Linda Albert, and I'm the coordinator of the Wisconsin Lawyer Assistance Program. The program is based on lawyers helping lawyers and judges helping judges. Next, you'll hear from our WisLAP volunteers about the issues that legal professionals face and how the program helps.
The kinds of issues that we deal with in WisLAP are in every state in the country, and I'm sure worldwide, with lawyers. Burnout, a range of mental health problems from mild to crises, alcohol abuse, substance abuse, sexual addiction problems, just the full panoply of things that happen to human beings when they're in stressed environments.
Every attorney has a different personality, but as a group, there tends to be a perfectionism, there tends to be a high value placed on work ethic, working long hours, being the last one to leave, being the first one at the office.
I think that there are inherent contradictions or tensions that exist in the practice of law, which directly contribute to the highest mental health problems, the highest drug and alcohol, whatever our divorce rate is.
In terms of the hesitancy to ask for help, I think there is, generally speaking, resistance on the part of lawyers to ask anybody for help for anything, unless it's in a commanding sort of way. So if there's a sense of weakness on our own part, we're reluctant to ask for help because it shows weakness. So particularly if it is something as difficult as a drinking or a drug issue or a mental health issue, a depression issue, because we're worried about our reputation for being strong enough to will ourselves through anything, having an opinion about us that we're not competent, that we're not trustworthy, that we have some sort of moral weakness or character problem or something like that.
Judges are, of course, lawyers to start with, and so all of the same difficulties in dealing with these issues for a lawyer certainly are present with a judge. On top of that, judges are in a very public position, very public, and in fact depend on re-election to keep their jobs, and because of that, I'm sure it's much more difficult for a judge to admit a problem to himself or herself, or seek help in any sort of way. So it's the same problem but compounded for a judge.
If we need help, it's not the weak person that gets it. The one who pretends they don't need it and hurts their clients while trying to hide their own problems, that's the weak person.
Most of the time, it's because we ourselves are so whipped that we can't do it any longer the way we're doing it, and we can't go on. And some of us die.
Help is here, and it's confidential, and no one will ever know if you make that phone call, and you will feel so much better when you do, because it may be that you're not going through anything more than what all of us have gone through as lawyers.
There is a firewall between WisLAP and OLR, So anything we find out we may not report, we may not repeat, it won't happen. And the confidence of when the phone calls come in, that information is kept confidential.
On the other hand, I think a lot of the volunteers have specialized knowledge, and they all have an awareness, I think, which is what sets them apart maybe from a lot of the bar.
If somebody that I cared about very deeply was struggling, this would be one of the first things that I would tell them to do. I would do it for a number of reasons. One, because it works, simply. It's very effective. But two, because it's a solution that provides temporary relief for a very big pain for that person. If you make this call now and we have the conversation now, your choices are completely wide open. The universe of how you can do this is totally up to you. The longer you wait, the fewer choices you have.
As you argue in your head, pick the good attorney arguer, right? But you know, for all the reasons why you don't need help and you don't have a problem, fire that lawyer and hire the other one about, yes, I can change things, yes, I want to change, yes, I want to hire the good lawyer, yes, I'm making the call for myself.
WisLAP is a free and confidential service provided through the State Bar of Wisconsin. The program is designed to specifically meet the needs of legal professionals. Life can be hard, but help is available, and we encourage you to use it.